Hey everyone, you're listening to Nerd Boys Comic Blog. I'm Marco.
And I'm Andrea. I like the way you say blog.
Oh, thanks. But today we're talking about Runaways, the 3 episodes that premiered on Hulu this past week. Yeah, by the time this comes out, I'm sure the 4th episode will be out, and we'll be behind another week because that's kind of how we roll on this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
We're usually behind by a whole week, unless it's like Justice League or...
You can't blame us. Life gets in the way.
Yeah, I still have to watch like 10 more episodes of Punisher.
Oh.
But before we start about Runaways, I do want to say Punisher is awesome, and I definitely need to finish that so we can talk about it later. Maybe with Charles or Damon or Matt, someone.
Not me, because I haven't even started watching the first episode.
Yep. But you did see Runaways, and I know you're a big fan of the comic.
I thought you were going to say you're a big fan of Runaways in general, and I was like, this TV show sucks.
Does it suck? I think it's alright.
You think it's alright because you're not connected to it.
But are you being too close? Are you too closely attached?
I'm not saying that I hate it. Like, oh my god, it's so horrible. Take it off the TV. Jesus, oh god, no. How did this even manage to make it here? No, all I'm saying is...
You're not that clip of Ryan O'Neal who's like, oh god, oh man, oh god, oh man.
Oh god.
You're just like, it's alright.
And for some reason, I had a Hercules stuck in my head. It's like, this isn't my home. Disappointed!
You Kevin Sorboed it up. You're just like, disappointed!
Yeah, disappointed.
Yeah.
It's not like, I was like, oh, it definitely could have been a lot worse.
It could have. It could have been Iron Fist bad.
Yes.
If I had to rank it between like Hulu and Netflix stuff, I think this is like between Jessica Jones and Luke Cage.
Like, I guess maybe it's 3 episodes in and I can't really completely tell you how I feel about it. But I can definitely say I understand why there's so many changes.
Yeah. Well, one, it's been like, 15 years since the comic first started. So
Maybe.
We're going back to the origin of the kids. So things are going to be a little bit different. And like, technology is obviously different.
Mm-hmm.
Culturally, I think like American teenagers have changed a lot. They're not so much into certain styles.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like some things carry over. Some things had to change, obviously, especially Molly Hernandez, who has to be called, or Molly Hayes is now Molly Hernandez. Yeah.
I like, when I heard Molly Hernandez, I was like, who?
Yeah.
Hashtag not my Molly. Wait, that sounds wrong.
Sounds like you're talking about drugs.
Exactly.
But Molly Hernandez, like, I understand why the change had to happen because of the X-Men, and
yeah.
They're owned by Fox, and Molly's a mutant in the comic.
I feel like when they bring up her powers, it's going to be enhanced.
Yeah, because that's what they do. In Marvel TV shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you have freaking all the Netflix stuff. Even Age of Ultron does this. They call them enhanced. Mm-hmm. Like Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are enhanced.
Oh, I don't mind it. X-Men isn't doing pretty good right now.
Yeah, X-Men, they've been building themselves a ladder out of this hole that they dug themselves in like 10 years ago. But Runaways, it's pretty standalone, I think.
Yeah.
It doesn't have like a big connection. They don't reference Iron Man or Captain America.
Are we talking about like Runaways, the TV show, right?
TV show.
Whoa, yeah. We're only on the 3rd episode.
I know, but by now you would have thought like, oh, Molly, you got like hulking out strength or something.
But
like
nobody
that.
knows.
Yeah, that's true.
She's tried telling other people, and they compare it to a panic attack.
Yeah, or her period.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, oh, don't worry. It's just changes your body's going through. And she's like, yeah, but I can like break down doors and crush tables and push a car and
immediately
stuff.
fall asleep afterwards.
Yeah. Hey, she's got fatigue. Her powers are starting.
Yeah, I understand. It's like a lot like when Barry started with his running and then having to eat a lot.
Yeah, maybe she needs to eat a lot of calories and be like a bodybuilder.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I really hope they start later on, I really hope they start referencing their superhero names. Princess Bruiser, okay? That's all I want to hear.
I think that won't come until like they actually have to run away for them to come up with names.
Okay.
Spoiler, by the way. They don't run away in the first 3 episodes. I don't think anyone's going to run away until like episode 5.
7.
7? Oh, it's going to be like one of those Netflix shows. Because in the Netflix shows, they're like 13 episodes long.
Wanna bet, like, it's probably just going to be as long as Legion was, which is 8 episodes.
Oh, Legion's 10.
10?
Yeah. It was Stranger Things, that's 8.
Oh, jeez.
And those shows are like compact and tight.
So, I'm going to push it back to episode 8.
So they run away at the end of the season almost.
Yes.
I can imagine that because I think they want to do years and years of this.
Because let me put it this way. I compared it to another TV show earlier when we were discussing it. I compared it to Riverdale. And Marco was like, I can see that, but not all of it. And I'm like, so we get introduced to a show. We get into the show. And we get introduced to a character we've never met before.
Okay, so...
And it's a dead character.
Right before we started watching it, Andrea's like, it's going to be Riverdale. Yeah. I have a strong feeling Riverdale. And I was like, they're not going to do that, right? It's going to be pretty close. And then right off the bat, they introduce Nico had a sister.
Named Amy.
And she was kind of like the big reason that the kids have broken apart and drifted away because her death 2 years ago was like a big moment for them all. Because all the kids, the 7 of them, well, there used to be 7, now 6, they all hung out and they all did this stuff while their parents were having the Pride meetings. And if you're not a fan of the comic, you probably don't know what the Pride meetings are.
I don't even know what the Pride meetings are in here.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I know what they are in the comics, but I don't know what this is.
I think a lot of tweaks have been made from the source material, and I think we're going with a different angle, and not like the gods, but like...
I feel like they're trying to hint at something bigger than gods. And I feel like it's going to be more like, rather than gods inside the earth, like gods protecting from the sky.
Yeah.
Because of...
aliens and stuff.
Coralina's powers.
Yeah. There's one aspect of the evil plot, which was building a new school in like, Alex's dad, his old neighborhood, like they're building a new school. The Wilders. And they keep mentioning like, oh, we're about to break ground any day now. Like, we'll be done with this. And I kept thinking back to Defenders and Daredevil, because the whole subplot with the hand, like, building a tunnel to, like, dragon bones. I was like, no more dragon bones. We don't need a dragon. Please don't let it be, like, they uncovered a dragon.
What if it's, like...
That would be why they want immortality. What if they're teamed up with the hand?
What if it's, like, what's that one other one with the actor from Stranger Things? New
Mutants, yeah.
Yeah. They make the insane asylum for them and everything.
Oh, no. Two different universes.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just kidding. I don't know, honestly, what they're going to do with this.
You're a diehard Runaways fan, but
yeah.
So much that I think this changes are kind of like...
I mean, I can understand, like, the Amy part, and I can already feel Alex being the villain. Like, he looks way too, like, he's way too attached into this situation.
He probably found out like 2 years ago about his
probably
parents.
Around Amy's time.
Yeah, or maybe he killed Amy and he's like trying to...
Yeah, I don't know.
There's
like,
so many ways this could have
gone. Could handle the Molly thing a little bit more than I did handle Amy thing. Like, I understand killing off Molly's parents. By the way, Molly's parents are dead for some reason, and she's adopted by the Yorks.
Yeah. Well, now we don't have to explain where she got her powers from. It's not hereditary like a mutant.
Right.
It could be whatever until we buy Fox back.
I don't think her parents had like powers like she did, though.
Well, they still would have had to be carriers of the X gene.
I guess.
So whether or not they had mutations of their own.
But definitely I understand. Also, it cuts more of a budget on actors and everything.
Oh, yeah, because you already have like 6 kids and like, 10 parents? Mm-hmm. So
I understand it, and honestly, I love the Yorks. Like, all of them, all 4. I'm talking about Molly, I'm talking about Gert, and I'm talking about the Yorks, the parents.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like they were adorable, and I can honestly see, like, somebody using Wolverine's line towards Molly and saying, your parents must have not been all that bad if they raised you.
Yeah. That's kind of like the weird thing, because Runaways initially kind of has a lot of ties to different stuff.
Yeah. And like the Punisher, Wolverine,
Cloak and Dagger.
Avengers, Cloak and Dagger.
Captain America comes
Young
up.
Avengers.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're going to work around that with like some crazy way. Maybe season 2, Cloak and Dagger coming.
Maybe they're still working on some deals and we'll get some later on.
Yeah, because Marvel TV kind of is separate from Marvel Studios. Mm-hmm. They are working in the MCU, but they could like at any moment just be like, oh, now we'll include Fox stuff like Legion if they wanted to. Because Marvel TV is working on Legion.
Yeah.
And is working on The Gifted, but technically with Fox. And it hasn't really referenced Defenders, but I can understand why. Because it's like two different coasts. And they focus a lot more on the parents than I thought they would.
I honestly don't care about the parents. This show is called Runaways, not The Runaways' Parents.
Yeah.
Like, if I want to know more about runaway parents, I would have read a separate issue about the runaway parents.
Yeah, a whole nother series.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. It adds kind of like a modern TV sensibility to it, where it's like, no, every character has a story to them. So, in some Marvel Netflix shows, you had to focus on the Meachums, who are less interesting than the runaway parents. Like, the parents in the show, like Alex's dad, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but the actor is really awesome. And I can see him lasting for about two more seasons.
Well, because he's the main plot for the next few things, like after Alex gets
so
out.
they got a pretty great guy who's interesting to see act, and like interesting to like just see him kind of be tough, yet also like his wife's crony in a way. So there's room for him to develop into like a darker character and like a scarier kind of threat. But a lot of the wives in the show are pretty much like the dominant matriarchs of their family. Like Nico's mom, Alex's mom, not so much the Steins.
Lucy and this guy's mom.
Lucy's mom, or Carolina's mom.
Carolina, however you pronounce it.
And Carolina's dad kind of being like Tom Cruise. I was like, that makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. And then you have...
Victor Stein, though, is the biggest...
Yeah. He played Spike in Buffy, and he was also Piccolo in Dragon Ball Evolution.
No way.
But most importantly for me, Brainiac in Smallville. As soon as I saw him, I was like, Brainiac? Oh my god. We're pulling out all the stops for this show.
Yeah.
Not really all the stops. Like, pulling a character from a show that ended like 10 years ago.
I just have a thing, like... I know that there's a lot of people really happy with having more backstory to the parents. Like, for me, I honestly don't care, and I don't... Like, they're gonna die. Sorry, spoilers, but they're gonna die at the end, and there's no point. I guess the only character that matters is Wilder's dad.
Yeah, but I could see this show taking a different approach. Since it's already done so much that's slightly different, they could just be like, some parents will die, some will go on. Because I see Stein's mom and Nico's dad have an affair in this, and I was like, that's completely new to the show, right?
Yes.
Like, that's the thing, that the drama between the parents, like, in their relationships, that's going to be a big part of it for the season.
Do you think they'll die off one by one? Instead of a...
I honestly see, like, only, like, maybe two parents dying by the end of this season. And, like...
That being Nico's mom and Alex's dad, mom.
Yeah. And I mentioned this earlier. When we were watching episode 2, I was like, they need to hire a private investigator. I wonder who they could fly in from New York.
Because they said PI.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jessica Jones?
when the kids actually run away, I hope, like, for some reason, for some contrived reason, like, they have to hire Jessica. Like, the kids ran away to New York or something, so you can have a Jessica Jones runaway crossover.
Or the parents hire Jessica Jones and finds them, and then she's like, yo, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't deal well with kids. I'll see you guys later.
Especially if one is an alien, the other one a mutant, and the other one does magic.
Molly and Jessica have a lot in common. Super strength and messed up childhood.
Huh.
That could be your Wolverine moment.
Yeah.
That could be like, oh man. If Damon was here, he'd be geeking out about all these things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I think from what I read on Facebook, he liked it.
Yeah, I can see him liking it, but I don't know. Like, I like it. Like, I'll keep watching it, but it's not my favorite thing.
Yeah, hashtag not your runaways. But for me, it's like, I'm separated from the source material. I'm reading the new series with you. Like, every issue we've gotten so far, I liked.
Oh my god, it is great. I love the comic. Like, they got Gert right. Like, at first I was like, Gert, you're being a little too much. But I can understand her. And then, like, having all the characters back together, it's like, yes.
Yeah. And even, like, I thought the comic, like, the new one coming out this year, was just going to be the original 6 or 5 now that one of them died. But they might actually bring, like, Victor. They might bring Victor back. They mentioned Claire. They might actually do some more stuff with, like...
I don't think they might mention Claire, because we already have an adopted child, and they'll just use that story for Molly. I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. We might have a full because the new writer, Rainbow, she's probably like a big fan of like everything.
Yeah.
So
wait, are we talking about in the comics or in the movie?
The comic.
Oh, in the comic, I hope she does come back.
Yeah, in the TV show.
I want Victor to show up.
Yeah.
I really hope they use Victor.
Season 2 though, like or 3.
Nah.
Because I think you already mentioned like they're setting up stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't show up until like way later on in the comic.
Yeah.
So like, if you get the right group of kids together, you can make this going on for like 4 seasons on Hulu.
Oh, there was something else that I wanted to talk about. The Gert and Chase's relationship.
Yeah.
Chase, I like it, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I'm a little annoyed because of Chase's. Maybe it's just the way Chase looks. Like, I remember Chase being like a tough guy and everything, but Chase has like he had some other kind of look going on. Maybe it's like because it was at that.
It's early 2000s.
Yeah, and that was the kind of look they had back then, and now he's this pretty boy, and.
He was pretty boy by early 2000s standard, and he was a jock. Now, to be that character again, he needs a big head of hair, and he needs rippling muscles.
That British hair.
Yeah. That actor is British, and he has the British actor playing an American character haircut. It's the same haircut that Andrew Garfield has, the same haircut Robert Pattinson has. It's this poofy hair. It's funny.
Yeah.
Why do they give British people that look? Is it a British thing? Or is it like something they think makes British people look more American?
Does Peter Capaldi have that hair?
No, well, I think when he was a kid, looking back at his pictures.
Oh, I see it. It's a young thing, a young British thing.
It's a young British, I'm a hot boy kind of thing. That was a terrible accent.
That was.
What was that accent even? Yeah.
You trying to be a hot boy?
Yeah. I mean... Enough about the parents, though. We barely talked about the kids.
Oh, yeah.
And this show is called Runaways.
Yeah. Gert and Chase, like, I like their relationship. And I like when they met Olace. That was funny. And Chase gets his x-ray goggles. That was great. Thanks for that. That's the only good part so far for me. Besides Nico getting her staff. Okay, so I have something to say about Nico. And... if you're hearing me, can I please have all of Nico's wardrobe? Like, whoever can get me her wardrobe, just please. Can I have it?
Or just start a Runaways fashion line. That'll be fun.
I actually like the actress they picked for Nico. She is Nico.
Yeah, most of the actors they got were like pretty spot on. Alex looks just like
the actress they picked for Molly. Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, I don't care. Like I'm just like I mean, I don't really care too much about Molly.
I like Molly.
Because the big thing that introduced me to Molly was like when she was a bad guy from the future.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, why do so many Runaways turn to bad guys? You have Alex from the original series. Victor became a bad guy in like Vision.
Well,
Molly's a bad guy.
Molly was a bad guy for a different reason, though.
Yeah, she was mind controlled, but still. What about you talk about Chase, Gert, Molly. What do you think about Nico and Alex, like their relationship?
It seems close to the comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. They probably gave the actor some stuff. That's the reason he portrays that character that way. But he always looks like he has a secret.
Yeah. Because if you know what's going to happen, then you know he's going to have to be this kind of way by the end of the season. Mm-hmm. And you want to plant the seeds for that now instead of being like...
Unless they're using him as a red herring.
A red herring for who we think might be the villain. Mm-hmm. And you and I talked about this even before the show came out. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if they did this? Or wouldn't it be different if they made a twist to the original source material?
Like Nico's actually the villain.
Yeah. And she does have the proper motivation. Or if they do a red herring and a bait and switch where it's like they pretend that Alex is the red herring and then they bait that Nico's the bad guy and they switch it to, Alex was the bad guy. Never mind.
Maybe.
Or Carolina.
I don't think I could ever see Carolina as the... Oh!
Because, I don't know, something about Carolina is kind of like...
They're the grandfather, right?
Yeah.
The father.
Grandfather. Her grandfather. Because... her mom is like running this cult. Well,
the Pride.
It's the church of Gib, whatever. And it's kind of like it's a Scientology church, pretty much. And I guess her dad was kicked out of the Pride, and he's just kind of like a washed-up Tom Cruise actor now. Which I think Tom Cruise might have had that talk with one of his agents, like, Tom, You gotta stop running in your movies and being with young blonde 20-somethings
And crashing airplanes.
And talking about how the light will shine it through or whatever. And your alien god Xenu is gonna be there. Yeah, but it's kind of like modern Runaways. They kind of made everyone a little bit different. Mm-hmm. It's very TV, like very modern, like trying to stretch out the plot of a smaller series into like 4 seasons.
There's one thing that I felt a little bit weirded out. No, actually, there's 2 things so weird about the Runaways. First was Carolina.
Oh, are you talking about that
Party
first episode?
Scene?
Yeah, that was
it freaked me out. Like, I was like, holy shit, they're really doing this. Oh, whoa. But I was like, Chase came in, I was like, okay. Oh, I was gonna have like a massive panic attack right now.
Yeah, that was a close one.
I felt a little weirded out, but I can understand why they're doing that, like, because
I wasn't expecting that from a teenage Marvel show.
Yeah.
I would expect that from Jessica Jones or Daredevil, like him having to bust up a situation like that. But from a teenage show, like, I thought this was Riverdale, not, I don't know, Daredevil. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
And then what?
I think it's weird how everyone faints after using their powers.
Yeah.
Like Carolina fainted, Molly fainted.
Nico hasn't fainted.
Nico hasn't fainted, but now she can't use that spell.
She didn't say the word.
No, she thought the word though.
Oh.
No, I think in the next episode, I think she said that I thought the word snow and it snowed.
Oh. Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
I think they're gonna switch up how the staff of one works. Maybe. Because I think the writers are kind of they might be too lazy to be like, oh, one word, oh, fuck that.
It doesn't have to be one word, it can be a whole sentence.
Oh, I know, but like one use, I meant like one use? Oh, crap, that's going to be too tough to deal with 3 seasons from now.
Oh, and then the panty scene.
Oh, yeah, with the parents. Nico's mom and dad go to like a sushi date, and she's like trying to seduce the husband, and it's like, he shuts her down so quick.
And then we find out why.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to feel about it. It's like Riverdale with powers.
You're 100% right about Riverdale, because in Riverdale, the parents actually do have a lot of importance in the show, because like I guess all the parents knew each other in high school.
Copper and the right. It was Copper and Blossoms.
Yeah, it was those, and then you had the
Copper.
Cooper. Archie. What's Archie's last name?
I don't care about Archie.
I know, but Archie's dad, who's played by that one guy from
Betty Cooper.
Betty Cooper. And
then Cheryl Blossom. Cheryl?
And then Veronica Lodge?
Lodge.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Hodgepodge. Sorry.
I like Riverdale, but I like it for all the wrong reasons.
Same. I like making fun of it. I like it because Jughead.
I like Runaways, but for the right reasons. Like the reasons it's supposed to be enjoyed. Like it's a good show. The cast is excellent. The story is like intriguing. There's mystery. It's probably one of the best streaming shows Marvel's done.
Maybe.
I haven't finished Punisher. I really like Punisher, and I hope it doesn't get stretched out too long, because the problem with a lot of Marvel stuff is 13 episodes is just way too long.
Get to the action.
Yeah, get to the action, or drop at least one of the plots. Like in Luke Cage, like I think episode 7 is pretty much when the story wraps up and they start a new story. And I was like, why are we doing this for another 4 episodes? Or actually like 5 episodes?
Well, Luke Cage had a lot of villains.
Yeah, and I think that's the problem. We
had Shades, we had Cottonmouth, we had Mariah,
and then we had
the brother,
Diamondback. Yeah. So if you cut 2 of those villains out, I think the episode or the season would have ran smoother, or at least set up 2 of those villains to be introduced next season.
Mariah and Shades.
No, Mariah and Diamondback. You could have introduced those at the end.
You could have had Shades and Cottonmouth?
Yeah, Shades and Cottonmouth would have been great throughout the season, and then like the big Mariah thing happens towards the end of the season, and Luke is like, oh, okay, I guess someone solved the problem for me. But then there's a new problem.
Okay.
Yeah. But is that everything for Runaways?
I guess.
Are we kind of just like,
I feel like I'm not that enthusiastic about Marvels. I mean, Runaways. Oh my god. I felt like I'm more enthusiastic about Runaways comic right now.
Yeah, Runaways and like, I kind of like both, but I think it's just because.
Really, because I have a lot of questions for Runaways comics right now. And like I'm just like, so what are they gonna do with this? Oh my god, all the characters are coming back, and like how are they gonna change like now that they're older? How are Gert and Chase's relationship going to change now that they're like more than 2 years apart now?
Yeah.
Wait, in the comic that they were more than 2 years apart, but in
now
the
there's a 2-year time.
No, in the show, they're all in the same class.
Yeah, in the show they're all in the same grade except Molly. Molly's like 2 years below them, I think.
So
Everyone
they're
else
like
is 17.
juniors.
Yeah, everyone's
They're
17.
like juniors and she's freshmen.
Yeah, and it's funny because at one point they're like, we're not 12 anymore, and Molly's like, not even I'm 12 anymore, and I'm the youngest one. Which, by the way, that funeral scene with all the kids is like really cute.
Aww.
And Molly just being like in a wheelchair, I'm like, that's adorable.
It's so sad.
What?
And then
Why is this little girl in a wheelchair?
I was so happy when the Yorks were like, we'll adopt you. Do you want to come home with us?
The Yorks, if they didn't kill people, I'd be like, that's a great couple right there.
Yeah.
Every other family kind of has like a bad situation going on. But the Yorks
are so loving.
Yeah. If they didn't kill people, they would be a great family.
Yeah.
But now they do kill people.
But that's the point in episode 3 is that they don't want to do it and they plan on running away.
That's
hence Runaways.
Hence Runaways. Hence the title of the show. And also
everybody ran away from their issues.
Yeah. Even the parents kind of run away from like their past or from some secret that they have or their relationships, their marriages. So you did a great job, Hulu. I think
you took too much on the Runaways.
You made everyone run away. The kids don't run away, but the parents do.
Just make sure you don't make your audience run away.
Yeah. I think 13 episodes for this kind of show would be fine.
I say 11.
11 or 10? 10 feels more even.
12?
12 and a Christmas special. I don't know. Or 12 and like a teaser for Cloak and Dagger.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Cloak and Dagger are going to be young, aren't they?
Yeah, they're going to be... Well, they're also going to run away, I think.
But you want a duo that's been in that game longer than they have, so they can teach them things.
Yeah, but you could always screw around with the Marvel timeline. You could be like, Cloak and Dagger ran away a year before the Runaway starts, or Cloak and Dagger did this before, because
you can do that.
There's not really an established timeline. We have like an idea of like certain shows take place chronologically, but we're dealing now with like Hulu and Freeform, and now Marvel's gonna do their own. Well, Disney is gonna do the streaming service, and that's where Squirrel Girl's gonna be. The doors are open. This might be the end of the MCU, like in terms of what makes sense, but it's also like opening the doors for more crossovers. So, I don't know. I say yay, and you say nay. So let's call it a draw.
I'm not saying I'm in the in between.
Yeah, you'll watch it if I watch it.
Yeah.
If I didn't watch it, you'd be like, I'll watch it at the end of the season.
I'll watch it when it's done.
Yeah, which we might have a whole thing with you, me, and Damon at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I want like more Damon excitement because I feel like he would love this show.
Yeah, I guess. And for me, it'd just be like me attacking Damon. Be
Yeah.
like, no, but they didn't do this.
But that's the most fun on this podcast, I think.
It's when we all have different opinions of it.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be it for right now on Runaways.
Yeah.
Just our first impressions on the show. Episodes 1 through 3. I enjoy it. Andrea has a lesser
Legion was
opinion.
better.
Legion's better, but Legion is really good. You can't...
But then again, I have no like...
You have no attachment to David Haller.
Yeah.
So you're just like, and I'm like, well, I don't know. Even with me liking Legion, as in the comics, I still like the show because it's just so mind-bendy.
Yeah.
Like, Legion is like, I want to just, like, fuck me up, bruh. And Runaways is like, tell me a story. Tell me a story, Papa.
Well, once we were kids and we ran away because of our parents' problems.
Oh, boy. What a great story that's going to be. Brian K. Vaughan, I really hope you can somehow make this work. And also, make a TV show out of Y the Last Man. Also, make a Saga TV show. Sorry, that was just my little tangent. But if you enjoyed this conversation and you'll want to see more of our podcast videos and reviews, you can always leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm Marco.
And I'm Andrea.
We'll see you guys next time.